Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we uncover the hidden stories in the world of business. Sometimes a company tells you exactly what they're doing, and other times, well, they tell you they're paying dividends like it is going out of style. Today we're diving into a filing from BioGreen Med Solution, Incorporated that might seem small, but it has got a little something interesting for investors who like regular income. We're looking at a current report that details a dividend declaration, and that is often a sign of a company feeling pretty good about its cash flow. Alright, let's get straight into the corporate nuts and bolts of this report. We see some foundational information here like the par value of their common stock, which is pretty small at just $0.001. Per S-Hair, this often indicates a company that might have issued a lot of stock or is just setting a very low nominal value from the get. This document comes to us from the US Securities and Exchange Commission, or think of them as the ultimate referees for public companies. They make sure companies tell the public what is really going on so investors can make smart decisions. The form itself is an 8K. Now an 8K is a report that publicly traded companies file with the SEC to announce major events that shareholders should know about right away. It is like a news alert for investors. This report was filed on the 12th of January 2026, and it covers events that happened on or before that date, with the earliest event being reported on the 12th of January 2026. So, it is pretty current information. The company we're looking at is BioGreen Med Solution Incorporated. They are incorporated in Delaware, which is a common state for companies to choose for their legal structure. That means their corporate home base is Delaware. This number, 0 to 50,626, is their assigned file number. With the CC, it is like their unique ID tag in the system. And this number, 91 to 1,707,622, is their employer identification number, or IIN. From the IRS, it is essentially their social security number for tax purposes. Interestingly, their principal executive offices are located not in the US but in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. This is quite common for many global companies. Their address is Level 10, Tower 11. Avenue 5, Number 8, Jalan Kerinci, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, with the zip code 59,200. Their US contact number, if you wanted to reach them from the US, is 908-955-0526. Now, this part is standard boilerplate for many filings. Companies check boxes here if the 8K is also serving other communication purposes under CC rules, like if they're making certain announcements related to stock offerings or soliciting votes. It is mostly for administrative clarity. Here, we see the securities registered for trading. They have common stock with a par value of $0.001 per S-Hair, trading under the symbol BGMs on the Nasdaq Capital Market. They also have preferred stock, also with a $0.001 par value, trading under the symbol BGMSP, also on the Nasdaq Capital Market. Preferred stock often comes with different rights and privileges compared to common stock, like priority in dividend payments. The company is not checking the box to indicate they are an emerging growth company. This means they are not taking advantage of some of the regulatory flexibilities offered to newer or smaller public companies. Since they are not an emerging growth company, this particular checkbox related to accounting standards transition periods is also not applicable. Now we get to the main event in this filing under item 8.01, which covers other events. This is where companies disclose significant news that doesn't fit into other specific categories but is important enough for investors to know. And here it is on the 12th of January 2026, the Board of Directors of BioGreen Med Solution Incorporated, which we'll just call the company, declared a quarterly cash dividend. This dividend is $0.15 per S-Hair. Now, this dividend is specifically for their 6% convertible exchangeable preferred stock, also referred to as preferred stock. The dividend payment date is set for the 1st of February 2026. To receive this dividend, you must have been a shareholder of record as of the close of business on the 22nd of January 2026. This means if you bought the stock after the 22nd of January, you won't get this payment. It goes to the shareholders who owned it on that specific record date. This is a really straightforward filing, and the core piece of news is the dividend declaration. It tells us a few things. First, the company has enough cash on hand to pay its preferred shareholders. Declaring a dividend, especially a cash dividend, is a positive signal. It suggests financial stability and a commitment to returning value to shareholders. For preferred stockholders, this is likely welcome news, as preferred stock often has fixed dividend rates, and receiving these payments regularly is a key part of their investment. Now, while this filing doesn't have detailed financial tables like a quarterly earnings report would, the act of declaring a dividend itself is a financial event. It impacts the company's cash reserves, of course, but more importantly, it signals management's confidence in their ability to generate profits and manage their finances. A 6% convertible exchangeable preferred stock is also interesting. The convertible part means shareholders have the option to convert their preferred shares into common shares, and exchangeable suggests other conversion possibilities. The 6% likely refers to the annual dividend rate as a percentage of the stock's par value or stated value, which in this case appears to be quite low given the $0.15 per S-share dividend. Typically, a dividend declaration on a preferred stock means the company is prioritizing these shareholders. It is often a sign of maturity and a stable business model, or at least a business model that can predict its cash flows with some certainty. For BioGreen Med Solution Incorporated, this $0.15 per S-share dividend on their preferred stock is a clear indicator of their financial health at this moment, at least in terms of their ability to meet this obligation. Looking at the bigger picture, especially considering the company's common stock symbol is BGMs, and they trade on the Nasdaq Capital Market, this dividend payment on their preferred shares might be a way to attract and retain a specific type of investor who values regular income. It doesn't tell us about their revenue growth or profitability on the common stock side, but for the preferred class, it is a concrete benefit. So, what is the takeaway here? BioGreen Med Solution Incorporated is making a regular dividend payment on its preferred stock. This is a signal of operational stability and a management team that is confident about their cash flow. It is not a groundbreaking announcement, but for holders of their preferred stock, it is exactly what they want to see: consistent returns. The strength of BioGreen Med Solution Incorporated, based solely on this filing, lies in its ability to generate sufficient cash to pay its preferred dividends. The weakness, or rather the unknown, is the broader financial health and growth trajectory of the company, which isn't detailed here. The opportunity for investors is to gain income from their preferred shares. The risk is that if the company's overall business falters, even preferred dividends can eventually be at risk, though they typically have priority over common stock dividends. In conclusion, this is a straightforward but positive update for preferred shareholders of BioGreen Med Solution Incorporated. It reinforces the notion that the company is managing its finances responsibly and is committed to its dividend-paying obligations. Alright, that is our quick decode of this 8K filing. What do you think about this dividend declaration? Does it signal strength or just routine business for BioGreen Med Solution Incorporated? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown useful, please smash that like button and subscribe for more corporate insights. And don't forget to join our Discord community, linked in the description, for more discussions and to connect with fellow investors. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next decode.